Blake number 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so some of this I want to read to you, not to be boring, but just listen to me. Yellow dye number 5 and red dye number 40. I'm at the front page right now. So they call these different colors different numbers. So here's the first rule. If you get a package and it has any of these colors on it, you put it down. Because that is an additive that's going to throw off your body physiology. I am not going to say this, that it does happen, but I think some people issue with Alzheimer's and dementia and other nervous system disorders can be traced, I believe, to food additives. Why? Because those food additives interrupt normal fat metabolism in the body. That is important. It's very, very important. So here's the issue, though, that they're making a big deal about it right now, and you can understand this because I wrote the book on ADHD, is that they're widely used colorings that are linked to hyperactivity and behavior problems in children and should be prohibited from the use of foods, according to the CSPI. The group formally petitioned the Food and Drug to ban dyes, several of which are already being phased out in the United Kingdom. So let me start the whole program by telling you this. The United Kingdom doesn't let these colors in, but the United States does. So the United Kingdom is doing all this research. So you could have one company that will make a food in the United States and they'll use a food coloring, and that same company in the UK will use real food. Do you remember when you were a kid you had banana ice cream? And guess what you found in it? Bananas. Now you might taste bananas today in ice cream, but I'll guarantee you what, there ain't no bananas in it because they're using colors. But let me continue on. So there are other dyes, like blue 1, blue 2, green 3, orange, and probably orange B, whatever that one is, red 3, and yellow 6. Now here's something else that I learned. If you take blue and yellow, because of going to school a long time ago with crayons, remember crayons? Crayola. You know, you might not have been the sharpest crayon in the box. But if you take blue and yellow, what does that make?
Green.
So when you read these notes, I'm just so excited to tell you this. You'll go to a place and Kraft will sell an avocado dip, and they'll say in the article, there's a trace of avocado, but guess what causes the green? A blue and a yellow dye are causing the avocado to be green in color.
That's disgusting.
It is very frightening. It gets even worse. The continued use of these unnecessary artificial dyes is the secret shame of the food industry and the regulators who watch over it, said CSPI Director Michael Jacobson. The purpose, I'll read this, I bolded the ones that are really important. The purpose of these chemicals is to mask the absence of real food. Did you get that? To mask the absence of the real food, to increase the appeal of low nutrition products to children or both. Who can tell the parents of kids with behavior problems that this is truly worth the risk? So, if you have a child that has any kind of emotional, or you know someone, this is very serious. They need to read this article. They need to watch this on the internet. Because they put kids on Ritalin and Clonidine and Strattera. I have a friend of mine right now whose son is in the emotional ward at a local hospital because of chemical challenges in his body, because he had his thyroid taken out when he was a child. They should have never taken the thyroid out of him. But right now, he's not in a good spot. But I have people every day that I have consultations with that are depressed. I talked to a guy today that had anxiety. Another 26-year-old child the other day that's having depression. I'm talking about, this is major, major issues. America's exposure to artificial dyes has risen sharply. According to the FDA, the amount of food dye used per capita in 1955. Now imagine that. That's 50-some years ago. It was 12 milligrams a day. In 2007, 59 milligrams per person, nearly 5 times as much. So do you remember back in the good old days in the 1950s and 60s? If you didn't eat something within a day or two, guess what you had to do with it? You had to throw it away. You know, and the food had a real taste. My wife and I primarily eat 95% of what we do is organic. Well, the other day we went grocery shopping. In my human error, I picked up a bag of carrots. We had 3 minutes before the store was going to close, and I got to the register. And she said, "Did you get the organic?" And I looked at it, and I looked at her, and I said, "We'll just eat a bag of non-organic carrots, okay?" So this morning, last night, I had some of them. They don't have any taste. And I just wonder how soon they picked those carrots and they sprayed some kind of nitrous oxide on them to get the color. Okay, dyes are used in countless foods and are sometimes used to simulate the colors of fruits or vegetables. Here it is. Kraft's guacamole dip gets its green color not from avocados, there are almost none, but from yellow dye 5, yellow 6, and blue 1. So I want you to do me a favor, go to the grocery store, look at Kraft, look at the avocado dip, and see if what I'm saying is true. But it's not just that product. So when I was talking to this gentleman this morning who goes to a local restaurant for breakfast every day, and he has a pendulous abdomen, when we did the testing on his liver, he had major liver distress. And I told him, unless he stops going out to eat every day, guess what's going to happen to him? It's going to happen. Richard, you did an awesome job. I have 12 items here that I'm going to talk to you about. Sodium nitrate. I'll make it really brief for you, okay? Just kind of listen to me. So I want to just, if you just are aware of the terms, that's success. So sodium nitrate, it's also called sodium nitrate. This is a preservative, coloring, and flavor commonly added to bacon, ham, hot dogs. So Dr. Bob, what are you saying to me? I'm just going to suggest that you're going to minimize those type of items in your body. In other words, eliminate them. You know what? Recently, we were home with the Cleveland Indians, and I happened to be at one of the hot dog nights, and it was pitiful. These guys, these are high testosterone young men, with the buzzed hair, with their hats turned back, or whoever started this phase. They had this cardboard with like hot dogs stacked this high. Do you know how many hot dogs they sold that night? 50,000 hot dogs. Amazing. Okay, next one. BHA and BHT. Okay, it's butylated hydroxylenol, are used to preserve common household foods. They are found in chewing gum, potato chips, and vegetable oils. Okay, so what you want to put in your note is put gum and chips. They are oxidants which form cancer in your body. Now I can tell you what, can I make a suggestion? If any of you have digestive distress and you chew gum, for 1 month, stop chewing gum. Because you don't know what chemicals are in that gum. Can I tell you the next thing? If you start chewing gum, you know what that is? That's salivation. You know what salivation is the beginning of? Digestion. If you have stomach problems and you chew gum, I think they put chemicals in gum so you can continue to chew the gum. Just go off the gum for a month. If you can, go off the gum for a month. Propylgallate, another preservative used with BHA and BHT, is found in meat products, chicken soups, and once again, gum. Also cancer. So we just want to put soups and gum. This next one is MSG, which I'm sure a lot of you have heard of it. It's an amino acid used to enhance soups, salad dressings, chips, frozen entrees, restaurant food. It can cause headaches and nausea. Common in Chinese food places. If you have a sensitivity, though, to you need B6. Now, put next to that liver enzyme. Why? Liver enzyme. If your liver enzymes are low, it's a sign to me you need B6. So liver enzymes low, need B6. Trans fats, which you know, I've written the book, Dr. Bob's Trans Fat Survival Guide. You need to become label savvy. If you're watching me on the internet right now, partially hydrogenated oils. Avoid packages that say 0 grams trans fat, and if you look at the nutrition facts, they'll say partially hydrogenated oils. Aspartame. Now, aspartame is NutraSweet, which is 2 proteins that have been put together to create sweetness. They end up as methyl alcohol in your body, and eventually really formaldehyde, and headaches. I have talked to more than one person who had a family member that died of cancer because of diet soda. If somebody in your family uses diet soda, I am not saying that it causes cancer. I am just saying to you, I've seen it in epidemic proportions. Here's one that you probably are not even familiar with. This is a new one. It's also famed potassium. They use this a lot with Splenda, which is sucralose. Now, there are some people, even people like CSPI, that think that Splenda is safe. I want to go on record, Splenda is not safe. They have to think the American public is really stupid when they say that Splenda is sourced from sugar, therefore Splenda is safe. We know sugar is not good, so how can you have something that's not good and then all of a sudden it becomes good? Now there are some people that think that sugar is okay, but sugar weakens the immune system. Now, there's a lot of people that don't agree with that, but I'm telling you right now, I know, and I've been doing this for a long time,